What's up, everybody? Blood Moon Bobby here again with Penny,
Hello.
and as promised, we're going to be starting our first ever walkthrough with Pikmin 1. Yeah, so I guess it's fitting because this was our first video game, so here we are doing it. At this point, we actually beaten the game like twice, so we figured, yeah, this would be very appropriate for our very first walkthrough. So we have like very fond memories of this game. I'm sure Penny remembers well, like us playing this as a kid.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so yeah, that was in a lot of ways our first Nintendo franchise. So without further ado, let's begin. Yeah, so you can see here, this was our last playthrough. So we beat the game in 29 days. So let's just start a new file. So Penny, do you want to summarize what the first Pikmin game is about and what you have to do?
Oh, wasn't expecting to do that, but okay. So, Olimar he's on vacation, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so Olimar's on vacation. As you can see, he's just, cruising through space. And suddenly he gets hit by asteroid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he crash lands on a planet, and all the parts from his ship are all over the planet, basically. So you have to help him recover 30, 29 parts.
29.
29
Yeah.
parts, okay. So hey, he can go home, and you have a time limit in a certain number of days, because that's how much oxygen that Allmark has left.
Or, like, it's what, like, his spacesuit can support. Because oxygen is actually poisonous to him.
Oh,
Yeah. But we'll see, like, in the opening message that comes up that says... Yeah.
And, of course, you have Pikmin to help you recover all of the parts.
Right, yeah. Which we're gonna start getting to right about now.
Yeah.
So Almar's waking up and realizing, oh crap, I crashed my ship.
It's a good thing Olimar wasn't severely injured at all during the impact.
Yeah. Oh, my beloved. Yeah, so his ship is called the Dolphin. And the first part we have to go looking for is the engine. So yeah, it says his life support systems can function for only 30 days. And, well, yeah, let's hope we don't get... We have, like, done... When we played this game when we were little kids, we did get to that. I guess you could call it the failure screen.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't come across that, where basically Olimar can't go home. And it's actually kind of depressing, because, like, then the Pikmin, like, take them up into their ship called the Onion. And then he, like, comes out as, like, a sort of Pikmin sprout.
I guess he'll just have to start a new life as a Pikmin at that point.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go meet the Pikmin.
Although, if he did become a Pikmin, wouldn't he still be able to recover parts?
I guess, but can he survive?
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah, I mean, not to get, like, really gruesome, but I remember coming across a YouTube comment thinking that might actually be like a Pikmin sprouting from Olimar. That's not Olimar himself turning into a Pikmin.
Okay. Ooh.
So yeah, hopefully we don't do that. So yeah, what is this strange thing that just came out? Saw somebody's speed run where they actually got the pellets before the Pikmin sprouted, so I'm just like, why not? That's a cool idea. So yeah, let's go get the Pikmin.
I love the music.
Yeah, just in general, I like the music in this game.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I ever saw Pikmin, there was actually a screenshot that was on the box of our GameCube. I actually first thought the way the Pikmin spoke was going to be like, me, 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 me. But it's like, that's not how they talk. So, yeah, we're pretty familiar with the controls.
So since this is a Switch port from the GameCube version, do you feel any differences?
The main difference, I would say, is just how you move the Pikmin, which I'll demonstrate after we get a few more Pikmin to join our group. Because the main difference is in the GameCube game, you just use the C stick to move them around. In this game, the right stick controls the cameras, so to move the Pikmin, you have to hold the R button while moving the right stick.
I think it's okay. I mean, you can certainly get used to doing it.
Yeah, the first time I played this port, I had a really tricky time getting used to that. There were times I accidentally pushed the L button, but now I'm pretty much used to it.
Yeah.
I'll teach you guys this neat tip that I learned recently when it comes to plucking the Pikmin. Instead of having to mash the A button, you can actually just hold the A button, like what I'm doing right now, so that you don't have to just like tap the A button all the time.
I think that's a cool mechanic, because you know the player, that's what the player wants to do.
Yeah, so I'll show you what I mean. So when you get here, actually I think it was the L button and the right stick. Yeah, it's the L button and the right stick. Yeah, okay. So yeah, because at times I find that more handy than just throwing the Pikmin, because the problem with throwing the Pikmin is they get everywhere and you might miss some. Yeah, and especially like when we get to those days that have the time limit, if you accidentally leave some Pikmin stranded, they could actually get eaten by the enemies at night. Yeah, because the gist of Pikmin is you're basically, you know, working throughout the day, but you have to leave at night because that's when the enemies come out and they're going to eat the Pikmin. Bless you. Yeah, which is a bit of a different story in the 4th game that's coming out, where you could actually play it at night and use the green Pikmin because the enemies are far more ferocious at night. I'm still wondering if the green Pikmin in Pikmin 4 are supposed to be like ghosts. Are they like ghosts from like Pikmin that players have lost over the years?
Yeah, I don't know, because like it could be like, I don't know if they're ghosts, but maybe they're like little plants, I think. Maybe they're literally like, you know, like the bioluminescence some animals have?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like that? I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm just like taking inspiration from that. The person who did the speed run where it's like get all the pellets. I have a feeling if I played this with my friend right now, because like my friend is a bit of a completionist where it's like, no, don't run through the game, get all the items you need, you know, because they'll come in handy later. So I'm just like taking inspiration from them. And yeah, you could see there, even though that pellet set just has number 1, you could actually throw second. Some of the items you could actually throw more Pikmin than like what the instructions say.
Yeah.
So yeah, for this here, yeah, so really, I'm actually getting used to like using, like holding the L button.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, whoops. Yeah, it's gonna come in handy because I think the engine, you need more than 10 Pikmin to pick it up. And you could actually see there are some, like, you know, pellets on that side of the screen that we'll go and get before we get the engine. The nice thing is on the first day, you have no time limit whatsoever, so, you know, you could spend time getting more Pikmin. Just as somebody that has to have, like, a good attention of detail at my job, I get nervous looking at all the things they have to change. Like, you know, what the button changes they have to make for, like the Switch version, because I'm thinking, could you imagine if they accidentally left something, like they forgot to change like how a button looks in the instructions?
Oh yeah.
And the game comes out, it's like, why is that there? It just reminds me, I remember when that Resident Evil game for 3DS, Revelations, came out. On some boxes, the word Revelations is misspelled, so Capcom had to go and, like, you know, release fixed versions of that box.
Well, but, you know, sometimes those can become valuable, especially years later on, because when you have things like misspellings or other errors like that,
yeah,
those are very rare. Usually they're very rare.
Yes, yeah.
So they go up in value.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, those boxes have become, like, valuable.
I mean, right now they might not be valuable, but later on, you know.
Yeah, it's like, you know, literally, it's like Resident Evil Revelations, literally in the original box with the misspelling on the spine.
Yeah.
So yeah, and no, I'm not going to be playing Pikmin 1 in exactly the same way as that speed run. I know some people ask me, are you ever going to do speed runs? I don't think so, just because I like to take my time when it comes to completing games in general.
Yeah, I'm more of a completionist. I like to explore more.
Yeah.
When it comes to a time limit, though, usually I gotta get done what I gotta get done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're not going to be treating this like a speedrun. I've seen somebody was able to beat the first Pikmin in like 9 days. We're not going to like make ourselves beat it in 9 days. We're probably, I wouldn't say we're going to go to like the full 30. It's probably going to be like the previous playthrough we did on our own, where it's like we beat the game in 29 days. Because a few of those, it was like really tricky to beat the Emperor Bulblax, which is the final boss in this game. Yeah, I still think it's really cool. We still like memorized all like most of the enemy names, and we still remember a lot of them all these years later. Yeah, I think one of the big surprises we learned is later on in the game, there's going to be these frog enemies. In the U.S., they're called Wollywogs, but I heard in the European versions they're called Wollyhops.
And they changed it in the Switch port too.
Yeah, so like when we saw the ending cutscene where they list all the enemies, we saw Wollyhop and like, Wollyhop? They're called Wollywogs.
We were like, are we having a Bernstein Bears moment there? No.
Yeah, it's like Mandela effect. It's like, no, it's just that in like some parts of the world they're called Wollyhops. So yeah, we got the engine. So since I don't think on this specific playthrough we're gonna come across like the really tough enemies like the burrowing Snagrets or the armored cannon beetle, I'll let you play the second day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. What do we do on the second day?
We get the Eternal Fuel Dynamo and actually fight some enemies
Yeah.
in the Forest of Hope. Yeah, so later on during the night sequences, you'll see like some enemies come out and try to attack the Pikmin, and then they just make that like facial expression where it's like, "How dare you! I don't have my dinner!"
Can you imagine if they gave you a boss right at the very beginning, and then you have no idea what you do, and you lose all your Pikmin, and immediately you get a game over?
Whoa, yeah, that's intense. So yeah, 29 parts. There's a few that actually aren't necessary in order for Olimar to get off the planet. Hello there, Robbie, is that you? How are you doing? Welcome to our very first playthrough.
And here you can see the Pikmin population.
Yeah. Yeah, so luckily since we didn't have enemies to fight, there are no Pikmin to leave behind. So, yeah, good job, first day.
Good job to you, you're the one who did the first day.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do the second. Yes. So yeah, we're doing good. Really excited to beat this game over the course of the next several weeks. Yeah, I'm just like, so honestly, I've been like looking forward to the stream the whole week because I'm just so happy we can finally, we like I have the guts to say let's do a playthrough. Like, not just because like up until now we've just been doing Twitch streams where we'll play an hour of like Mario Kart or whatever, and it's just like this is like, no, we're gonna beat this game within the next several weeks.
Yep.
So yeah, go get the red Pikmin.
Let's see. I don't want to take all of them out, right? I don't need all of them.
I think it's okay just this one since, we don't have like, a whole ton, but it's up to you. Especially because that fence over there, the more Pikmin you got, the faster it'll come down. But yeah, I'll let you play it the way you want.
Yeah, before when I would play, I would get them all out, but that was fun.
Yeah.
But lately, as I keep playing games, I'm more like I want to save some of what I have, just to make sure I have, like, I don't know, some kind of safety.
Yeah, and you don't want to do what's called Pikmin extinction, where you literally lose all your Pikmin. Because I think when that happens, you try again the next day, and you basically have to start from square one, where like one Pikmin will come out of the onion, and you have to like start over and rebuild your army. So you could imagine, especially for a time-sensitive game like Pikmin, like, that's more work you would have to do. So so it really helps to have that strategy where like sometimes you just use a few Pikmin to defeat, your enemies and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's especially going to come in handy later on when we fight enemies like the Wollywogs or the, tougher enemies. Because the problem is, like, if you take a ton of Pikmin to fight something like a Wollywog or Wollyhop, is you might, like, have so many that you might have, like, some attacking it, but
Yeah.
then, uh-oh, there are, like, some underneath the Wollyhop, and then, boom, like,
Yeah.
you know, you lose a whole ton of your army.
Yeah. I mean, there are probably players out there who are like, whatever, as long as if we can beat the enemy quicker, then that's less Pikmin that get killed.
Yeah,
So it just depends on your playstyle.
yeah. I've got into making car videos where I get footage of YouTube and add text with the car specs. So, find that fascinating. Especially as someone, I do like learning about, like, horsepower and, like, the torque of a car. I probably recommend getting it from, like, the car maker's website themselves, like, just to be safe. So yeah, you could see there our first enemies are these essentially baby Bulborbs. I like how you could actually kind of crush them like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so at this starting point, yeah, you're essentially just like trying to get more Pikmin for your army,
Yeah.
if you will.
So if you get a pellet of a different color, does that mean you get less Pikmin?
I don't think so, because what matters more is, like, what kind of Pikmin pick it up rather than the color of the pellet. So, like, if you're in a situation where a whole bunch of yellow Pikmin get, like, that red pellet, the one with the number 10 on it, then that means that the yellow Pikmin are going to take it to the end because more yellow Pikmin picked it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. For Bulborbs, it really helps to try to attack them from the back, because if you go in from the mouth, then they're gonna eat the Pikmin.
Yeah.
And I got the Lambo footage of YouTube, so yeah, that's pretty cool.
Progress. We are making progress.
Yeah, so I think to get that second part, I think it's called the Eternal Fuel Dynamo, you need 40 Pikmin. But it helps to have more because you could see there's like a Bulborb right next to it, and you don't want to like wake it up.
Yeah.
Well, you have to to like defeat it, but I mean like you want to defeat that Bulborb first. Actually, it's not too. It's actually pretty far away, so you could probably get it without having to defeat the Bulborb.
Yeah. How many are we needing for it?
40.
Oh, okay.
Well, you need one more Pikmin because you have 9.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I don't think you have to defeat the Bulborb to get the second part, but you have to defeat it to get to the yellow Pikmin.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe not, but like later on when you get more parts, you don't want to bump into that Bulborb and it wakes up and like tries to eat all your Pikmin.
Okay, so I should try it.
Yeah. Honestly, Bulborbs are the kind of enemies where I like to have a ton of Pikmin because when you can just like kind of keep ramming it until its life meter runs out,
Yeah.
yeah, it really helps, so... So this is definitely a situation where you want to, like, throw the Pikmin as opposed to, like, using the
Oh,
right
shit,
stick.
that was too close. What are you doing? Why are you picking up the pillow?
Yeah, so you gotta be careful about that. But yeah, Pikmin looks like a fun game to play when relaxing. I guess, although some of the battles get pretty intense.
I'm doing a big job.
Yeah, so it might help to like go get like the Pikmin who are standing like, you know, outside the onion to help
Yeah.
you with this.
Well, the problem is it's gonna fall me back now.
Yeah, but it's not gonna fall you back to the ship. I don't think that's too far.
Yeah, okay, it's going. It's a run.
But certainly for us, it's a very nostalgic game because we grew up playing Pikmin. And even our parents were like it. Like, I know our mom thinks Pikmin are cute and, like, she's collected plushes
Oh, yeah.
when we used to go to Anime Expo in Los Angeles, which I think is happening right now. Oh god, but it's like super hot today, so I just hope for those going. Um, just to hydrate and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just trying to get like enough to defeat the Bulborb?
Well, because like you said, if we have too many, then it's gonna go after the ones that are following you.
Is this Pikmin 4? No, this is the very first one.
The switch.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, if you can bombard the enemy with a bunch of them and just kill it quickly.
Yeah, I mean with Bulborb, that's what I like to do. If this was like a Wollywog or like the Burrung Snagret, then I would be much more wary about having like, say, 50 Pikmin, because then that just becomes like a feeding frenzy. Yeah, but for easier enemies like Bulborbs, I think you could just bombard them. Like, that's what I do anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, attacking from the back is a really smart strategy. Yep, you got it! Yay! Yeah. Yeah, so I think you should actually... or you could get it, but yeah, I think it helps to get the Eternal Fuel Dynamo, because you already have a lot of red Pikmin.
Yeah, let me see if I have enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. When I went on Nintendo website just now, it had a pop-up for Pikmin 4. Yeah, I see, because that's the new Pikmin game that's coming out next month, I believe, at least in North America. So yeah, when that game comes out, we'll do a stream where we at least try to play the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse. Yeah.
Oh, we just got a part.
You could take down that fence.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should just try to do it better than we can.
Yeah.
Well, since we took out
Yeah.
might as well. I like that there's a billboard right in front of the gate.
Yeah. So yeah, so I think, yeah, unfortunately we're gonna have to like cut the stream short after this day finishes, but we'll be back next week to play more of the game.
Yep. It's just nice to get a good start.
Yeah. I did say that, you know, we're going to be doing this over the course of the next, like, you know, several weeks, so it's not, you know, in any way we can't, like, complete the game today. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit!
Shit.
Shit!
Here it comes.
Oh no!
Yeah, so it helps to just kind of like, yeah, back out.
Oh, why is it walking so far away?
I can't join next week because back to school in 3 weeks. Time is the holidays. So yeah, sorry about that, but hope you wish you all the best, Robbie. But yeah, I think it's a good strategy that you kept some like back in safety.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to get the yellow Pikmin?
Hi there. I wonder how long the movie is.
Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, so each of the Pikmin, they have like their own special abilities or they're immune to certain things. Like red Pikmin are immune to fire, which you'll see in future streams. The yellow Pikmin in this game, their specialty is they could pick up these explosive rocks called the bomb rocks.
Yeah.
Try to join when I have time. Yeah, so don't worry about it, Robbie. Join when you have time. So yeah, now it's time to get more yellow Pikmin. Yeah, I like the music that plays like when you move the Pikmin around. Yeah, so you could actually only have like 100 Pikmin out on the field at the same time. Any extra Pikmin, they just stay in the onion, so they're essentially there for like reserves.
Probably because they don't want to overwhelm all of them.
Yeah, I think yeah, just get like one red Pikmin to help carry them to the yellow onion.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so if we can't pluck up, if there's like Pikmin that are still in the ground, you can just get them the next day.
Yeah.
So they'll be okay. The Pikmin you don't want to leave behind are the ones that are already like plucked up from the ground and walking around with Olimar. Because if there are any of those that are like, still just standing around, they can get eaten by the enemies at night. Which, yeah.
Yep. Oh.
They'll make it. I mean, as long, yeah. If you run out of time, you just have to pluck them up in our next stream.
Yeah. Gotta go back up and
Yeah. Are the other red Pikmin back at the onion?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't get the part yet.
Yeah. I think everybody else is already back.
Okay.
So we can actually just fast forward and end the day. No, we can't. Yes, we can. Yes, we
Yeah,
can.
you can go, what they call go to sunset. Yeah.
Yep. So normally, if you don't go immediately to sunset, you just wait for the countdown to go to 0.
Yeah.
It'll cut to this.
Alright, so yeah, so I think, yeah, we're gonna have to, yeah, conclude the stream for now. Yeah, you could see, like, the Bulbars they're trying to see if you, left Pikmin behind. So we'll continue in the next stream. Like I've been saying, we're gonna be playing this game over the course of the next several weeks to, complete it and get every single rocket ship part, even the ones that you technically don't need. So, yeah, so it's been really fun getting started with Pikmin with you, Penny. I look forward to finishing this game within the next several weeks. Alright, so if you enjoyed the stream, please follow me on Twitch. It's been real fun. And we'll be back next week with more Pikmin. So until next time, this has been Blood Moon Bobby and Penny, and we'll see you all later.